All right, everybody. How are you? It is very, very good to be with you guys tonight. And we are happy to be here because we are going to be announcing, obviously, our partnership. EJ, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to work with your club. And I also want to give you a couple minutes to kind of introduce our partnership from the benefits to how you guys see it. That would be appreciated as well. Before we get in there, though, I'd just like to introduce myself. My name is Eric Eisenhut. I am the owner of the United Goalkeeping Alliance. I am extremely proud of what it is we've done here with the United Goalkeeping Alliance. I'll speak to that, obviously, as we go through this in a moment. I'm the coach at Robert Morris University on the women's side, formerly at Duquesne and Point Park University, and I'm on the Region East girls side as well. If you see my contact information down the bottom there, please write it down. Please take it in. This is what I do. So don't feel that you'd ever be sort of say like bothering me by reaching out. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you with this awesome position of being a goalkeeper. So with that said, let's get rolling. All right. EJ, anything you would like to add to that, sir?
No, cool, Eric. So obviously we have a lot of goalkeepers here from Empire South and Empire Central. We made this partnership official a few weeks back and then sent out the email yesterday about this meeting. But this is going to be an online resource for a lot of our goalkeepers. The most important thing is it's for all ages, the youngest ones, the oldest ones. A little backstory. Eric founded this organization back through COVID when we really weren't doing anything as players and coaches. And he gave us coaches an avenue to keep coaching virtually for the goalkeepers. And he gave the goalkeepers a platform to keep learning and honing their skills while they were locked inside their homes. For the older goalkeepers, there was also an avenue to get by college coaches. You'll probably see and hear from him that we have many college coaches on the staff, along with other professional goalkeeper trainers and just club coaches too. And our job has been to educate goalkeepers in every sense of the game. There's gonna be a lot of topics that you do know, and there's gonna be a lot of topics that you've probably never heard of. And this is going to be, a yearly thing covered by the club. I want to make that aware that Chicago Empire as a whole has picked up this tab to work with United Goalkeep. This is typically a yearly subscription or monthly subscription, but I felt like this was beneficial to both branches to have this for goalkeepers. I'm sure Anthony would agree with me on that, as we're both goalkeepers, grew up playing. Sammy, who's been working with a lot of the Central South goalies too, will be on. This is something that I think, as big as our club has become, just over 600 players, over 50 teams, this is something that I think is truly needed for us goalkeepers, to feel a little bit more important between the sticks.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you saying that. Those are some good. That's a good understanding. That's a great understanding. Thank you. So guys, I'm going to be going through the next couple slides talking about our mission statement, vision statement. I'm not going to read them, but I am going to speak to them. And then we'll get into who we are, what we do, and then we'll most importantly speak to your benefits. Guys, here's going to read our mission statement. Essentially, we look to educate goalkeepers on the 5 elements of development using different resources. 5 elements: tactical understanding of the game, your technical understanding of movements, your physical growth. We should and we do grow differently than field players. The psychological balance and the leadership and social connections needed to play this position. To me, those last 2 are most important because we do need to be balanced emotionally on the field. And we also need to lead. And if you're afraid of being a leader, I'll be perfectly honest with you. This isn't the position for you. That's a non-negotiable as far as I'm concerned. But I also feel that these, if you guys could just hit mute, that'd be awesome. Appreciate that. I also believe that the leadership qualities can be taught, and we can help you with that. And it's not an easy thing to do within your team, within your academy, unless you have a dedicated resource. And this is what hopefully EJ is going to help us with, is to help you with those elements of development. Here's our vision statement. Essentially, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to work and look for win-win opportunities to help each other out. And we believe we're bigger as a collective unit than in our individual silos. We believe that we can help through analyzing film 3 times. I'm sorry, we can do educational sessions 3 times a month, and we can look at film. We can conduct video analysis. We can look at training plans. We can listen to some of our coaches and speakers and mentors. And those are the things that we will provide on a weekly basis. We want participation. We want you guys asking questions. We are also going to arm, in this case, EJ with what the sessions, what the session was about, with questions to come back and ask you guys in your sessions immediately after the educational sessions. It's best when the link, because these are all recorded, so the link will be sent to you almost immediately after, because there are going to be times you won't be able to make the sessions. They're on Sunday nights, 6:30 and 8, and we do them by 2 age groups. We do them by 12 and under and 13 and older. And all of them are recorded, as I mentioned. We have over 150 hours of content in our website right now. And I'm going to show you step-by-step how to do that later tonight. So who's involved? As EJ mentioned, this started as a COVID hobby. It started with 8 coaches. It started with 22 goalkeepers, 25 goalkeepers, just to give us something to do because we couldn't be on the field. And we just talked about goalkeeping moments. We talked about specific situations, one-on-ones, crossing, breakaways, penalty kicks. We talked about everything. And it's turned into this. We have over 120 coaches, part of the United Goalkeeping Alliance. Experience ranges from professional GK coaches, national team goalkeeper coaches. We have collegiate coaches, academy owners, club directors, even goalkeeper coaches right out of college, just looking to learn. We have experiences from the from the English Premier League, national team levels, as mentioned, and in our college levels are all. We all have levels of experience at all college levels too. Excuse me for that. As 55 of our 120 plus coaches are in the collegiate game. So to that point, what EJ was saying earlier, we take pride in helping not only the academy owners within the UGKA push their goalkeepers to colleges, but as college coaches, now on both sides of this, it's great for us to get video and look at video from coaches whom we already have a relationship with. So the connection to the collegiate game is one of the strong suits of the UGKA. Here's around 35 of the coaches that we work with. We are up to, as I mentioned, over 55. And this is just a quick visual as to who we currently have a representation from in the UGKA. We're guided by a board of directors. And the reason this is important is that it's not one person running the show. We have 9 invested members who give their time, give their energies, and all of it goes towards making goalkeepers better. Whether that's the goalkeeper coach, or clubs, our goal is to build and continue to build upon a goalkeeping culture that's safe. I mean, you guys, believe it or not, are in a position that is incredibly isolated and incredibly lonely. And if you have an issue or you have a moment in a game, everyone's looking at you in a very negative light. And that's hard to escape, and it's hard sometimes to deal with. And we basically want to provide a culture where you can come tell that story and people are going to say, I had that happen to me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, and it's like, oh, no kidding, I'm not the only one. And we're going to allow you to tell stories, good and bad. We're going to vent on our defenders. We're going to make fun of forwards. We're going to do all those goalkeeping things. But at the same time, we're here to learn. And I think that's the beauty of it too. So through a culture of learning, we want to continue to build upon a goalkeeping culture that's safe, and then a safe environment. I'm just going to go through that one real quickly. This is just how we can grow. Steps 1 is to make basically the worst case scenario at a club. Step 10 is essentially the best case scenario that we can define as to what a goalkeeper program looks like. And our goal is to help you get your club to your next level. EJ and I went through this and basically figured out a plan, and we have a plan that we're going to be able to take your club to that next level. So this is just how we kind of gauge where we are and where we're going. Memberships. We spoke to memberships and membership benefits. And as we mentioned, or as EJ mentioned, this cost has been picked up by the club, and this is free for all of your goalkeepers, goalkeeper coaches, and coaches within your club. The benefits, as mentioned, as I'm going to, now these I will kind of get into a little bit more detail with, because these are going to have direct impacts to you, your goal, the end user. We provide an 11-month educational platform, 3 Sundays a month, August through June. We take July off for camps, and everyone just needs a month off for vacation to prep for their upcoming seasons. We have, as I mentioned, we focus on 5 areas of development, and we also give support to your club GK coaches. So if they're looking for lesson support, lesson plans, just have general questions, we provide an outlet for goalkeeper coaches to instantly contact other goalkeeper coaches if they have questions, concerns, or anything. We actually have a WhatsApp chat of over 120, all of us, 120 plus United Goalkeeping Alliance coaches are on a WhatsApp chat, and it is active. Like, we are chatting all the time. We're back and forth about opportunities, ideas, dissecting games and looking at, a game that may have occurred and talking about a specific instance that we saw a highlight on. It's very active. So goalkeeper coaches, we are hopefully blessing you with another resource at your disposal. We also offer mentorships, connections to college, and for clubs, curriculum support. Curriculum support is basically a longer time frame, let's say January through April. I'm just using that 4-month window as an example. And here's what that planning, that training plan might look like. We can help with that type of building of a goalkeeper program. And then lastly, down the bottom, we have 3 of these a month. Education comes from the Goalkeeping Alliance or the coaches within the Alliance. We also offer free education once a month that focuses on not only just goalkeepers, but also most importantly, believe it or not, everybody, directed towards parents. Because parents, in my view, I'm in Western Pennsylvania, there aren't a lot of second-generation soccer players, never mind second-generation goalkeepers. You don't see it often. The reason I'm telling you that, parents have a hard time supporting their goalkeepers on the ride home, on the sideline, at home with goalkeeping conversations, goalkeeping lingo, gloves, equipment. I mean, these are resources that we can provide, and we do. We try to provide goalkeeping education for parents once a month as well. As a matter of fact, we held this last night, and it was more of a roundtable discussion for everybody, not just parents, but it involved 3 former national team coaches. Ryan Gotta-Thompson, who's also a board member, he was the goalkeeper coach for the United States this summer with the men's team with the Gold Cup. We had Ian Foyer, who was a former national team player and national team goalkeeper coach, currently with the LA Galaxy. And also we had Charlie Inverso, who was on the U15 goalkeeping coaching staff for the national level. And they spoke about goalkeeper intangibles and why are they important at the higher levels. And it was really neat. It was actually really great conversation. And that is going to be released tomorrow and also in our newsletter on Friday. So if you're looking to listen to that, you will see that publicized on social media tomorrow in our newsletter on Friday. Here are currently the 12 clubs that are a part of the United Goalkeeping Alliance. We had, I think, 3 clubs a year and a half ago. So we have been growing. As I mentioned, we had over 100, what did I say? 22 people we started with. We have over 550 goalkeepers now as part of the United Goalkeeping Alliance, 120 plus coaches and 12 clubs. So the growth, that's only in a 3-year window. The growth has been fantastic. The goalkeeping union that we refer to all the time has been growing, and the support we've been gathering from goalkeepers, goalkeeper coaches, parents, and clubs has been really it's been humbling to say the least. Here's our curriculum for this current year. We obviously just finished August, so September, October, November, December coming up. Set pieces. As I mentioned, we're going to do 3 sessions in the month of September on set pieces. And actually, we just met right before this meeting, believe it or not, 20 minutes ago. We just ended, and we were discussing what the topics are going to be and how they're going to break that down. And essentially, I'll give you a little inside scoop. For set pieces, we're going to talk about, we're going to have them, one night will be spoken about by distance. So 12 yards in for an indirect kick, 12 yards to the 18 indirect kick, 18 to 30, 30 to and plus. What's the wall setup like? What's the communication? What are you doing? In swinger versus out swinger. The second week will be by position on the field. So now we'll be going to be moving left and right, getting angles in, talking about communications, backdoor, wall setups, et cetera, with in swinger, out swinger. And then the last one will be situationals. So indirect in the box. So someone passes it back to you, you pick it up. That's an indirect kick. Happens a lot at the younger ages, probably not so much at the older ages, but it is a situation that occurs often, unfortunately. Same thing with corner kicks. We're going to have that third episode we'll highlight corner kicks as well. You also see some of the other stuff: goalkeeper training, invisible training, goalkeeping perspective. What's invisible training? It's basically what we don't see, what you do off the field. So what are you doing when you're not with us, when you're not in your club environment? And we speak to all that fun stuff, from diet, fitness, your own private goalkeeper coach, the mental part of the game. And then with GK perspective, it's the field view, from how we see things. What do we see? What can we communicate? Why do we communicate? How do we stay connected with our back line? Anyway, that's an introduction to the next 4 months. And as I mentioned, everything before this has been recorded and is on our website. And I'm going to show you that in a moment. I'm going to halt right there. I just spoke a lot in around 15 minutes, and I just want to let you kind of take it in and ask any questions you might have as I leave this presentation and bring up the website. So unless EJ, in the meantime, do you have anything you want to add or speak to?
No, I think you're killing it right now. Keep it up. If any questions come up in the chat, I will definitely halt you.
All right, cool. Well, guys, if you have any, yeah, it's a good point. I'm glad you said that. Please share your questions in the chat. And while, let's see, hold on one second, guys. And while you're doing that, I'm going to share my screen again. And if you have it's going to sound weird, but if you're in front of a laptop and you have a handheld device, you can feel free to walk through this with me. This is because they're going to be getting these like step-by-step instructions on how to do this in a moment. So don't feel, again, you have to take notes. Don't feel that you have to be too concerned with the details here, because we'll get that those step-by-step instructions to you in a moment. Here's our website, UnitedGKAlliance.com. This is where you're going to access your benefits, the hidden benefits, let's call it, or when you can't attend a presentation, here's where all your stuff's going to be stored. I'm not going to go tab by tab on this, but I am just going to introduce you to a few things. If you want to learn about the UGKA, or you want to read some testimonials, we store that here to give a lot of background information as to who we are. Continue to your right, the Alliance piece. We speak to all the coaches. This is something I do want to quickly show you, because in this piece here, you're going to see essentially, oh, where's that map? Where'd the map go?
Hey, Eric, real quick, just going to stop. Question about just membership, or
Yep.
I'm sorry, the mentorship, on how mentorship aspect works.
Yep. Yeah, so we provide, we have coaches in the UGKA who provide mentorships. One of the gentlemen that does it, his name's Tony Elliott. He is he's coached at Birmingham on the women's side over in Europe, actually. And they just do one-on-one, he does at least one-on-one mentorship. So it's a paid membership with him. And he basically does a weekly session or bi-weekly session, speaking to your progress, speaking to your games, analyzing your videos. It's a pretty neat program, to be honest with you. It's pretty in-depth. This is the US map. Anywhere in green is a state where we essentially have goalkeeper coaches. Click on Pennsylvania. These are all of our coaches in Pennsylvania. Click on Florida. Here's all of our coaches in Florida. We can do the same with, where are we? Oh, Ontario, Michigan, any of these. You want to see where coaches are, just go right ahead and click. You want to look up a particular coach, see all of our coaches in the UGKA, here they are. And I promise you, there are some very impressive names on that, which is awesome. It's pretty humbling for me to say that, but I am proud of the alliance we're building and continue to build. It's only gathering more and more momentum and steam. If you want to see who we're affiliated with, everything on this website is grown organically. So anything you see here from the collegiate game, if I click on that, you're going to see all of our college connections by division. So here you're going to see all this college coaches that we have in the UGKA. Here are all the Division II coaches in their colleges that they represent. So as I mentioned, we have over 55 coaches there. You'll be able to see obviously the connections into those programs. If you're looking for an academy, camp, I'm just going to do one of those, but it will list them and it will also list their location. So if you're looking for a specific goalkeeper academy in a specific location, you can find that. Gloves, equipment, all these are basic providers that our United Goalkeeping Alliance coaches bring to the table, or goalkeeper gloves. So any type of goalkeeper glove that you might be looking for is here. And I can guarantee you, if you find a glove that you like here, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I can probably get you a 10% discount just by calling the coach and saying, hey, what's your discount code? So again, a little bit, another benefit to you, but don't tell them I told you that, even though this is being recorded. All right. And then lastly, how to join. Don't worry about that. You guys are already members. If you need to contact us, just contact me. You have my contact information. If you guys are looking for training gear, you want some cool UGKA stuff, I'm not going to click on it, but you can go. Actually, why not, right? What you're going to see here is just some basic hoodies, some pretty neat training gear. Anywho, that's there. All right, let's show you the most important piece here. So if I go home, in the upper right corner or on any page, you're going to see this My Account component. So in the My Account, what you're going to do is simply click on there. And then when you re-log in, you'll type in your email and your password. What I'm going to show you real quickly is you as a new user, you will click on new to the site, sign up here. When you click that part, it's going to bring you to this registration page. All you're looking to do is create your login, first, last name, check the box, hit go live, hit join, and it'll bring you to a second page, which will help with your profile. Literally, the profile is around 10 questions. It takes around 2 minutes. That after you do that, you will then hit enter. You will then, excuse me, you will then be up for membership, we call it. And then it's my job to go in there and confirm those folks that are now up for membership with the club director, in this case, EJ. I'll be making sure everyone who joins in the next 24, 48 hours, I'll confirm your registration with EJ. If he says, yes, they're part of the club, I say basically, okay, I click on your membership. You're now an official member, and then you can come in and rejoin the UGKA site as a member.
One of the questions there, should parents and keepers have separate logins or just one per family?
Oh, you can have one per family. Yeah, there's nothing that is going to be confidential or anything crazy that you want to keep from each other. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, good question though. So all I did was log in. You'll see in my upper right corner now, you see the excuse me, you see my name, which your name will appear here when you log in after we approve your membership. You'll see things are broken down by age, 12 and under, 13 and older, and also the anything that you may have done in the past, your account, wallet bookings, all that information's there. For the sake of, we're just going to set time. We're just going to do the 12 and under. They mirror each other, just so you know. So this is what you'll see in the 13 and older as well. You come down here and you basically see 5 options, and the one you're going to focus on mostly is your past presentations. The view upcoming sessions, we used to send that out, and I'm sorry, we used to update this and let people self-feed. We've gone away from that, and we have now developed an email system and a newsletter that we send out with all that information. So if you haven't already, you should be receiving or will be receiving a newsletter where that our Zoom information for the upcoming educational session will be provided. UGKA YouTube, that's all of our free stuff. If you ever want to check out some of our free stuff, and we do have quite a bit, which is kind of neat. As I mentioned, we did one last night. That's there. It already has 37 views. It was just released literally a couple hours ago. That's kind of neat. Anyway, that's a great one. That's what I was talking about earlier. Anyway, parents, here's a couple of other things. Goalkeeping education, free parental education. We introduced some coaches in here too. But anyway, a lot of cool things in there. We used to do pre-work in a notebook. We no longer do as well, but this is great information as well. All I want to do is introduce the notebook because the pre-work is built from the notebook. And essentially, this is just 30 episodes, 25-minute sessions. This is when we first started under a different name. These were the first literally educational sessions that we performed. We did them in 20, 25 minutes, talking about different, we talked about each of the 5 elements of development. We talked to the certain situations within goalkeeping, through balls, crosses, playing out of the back, distribution. And then we also get into some of the deeper topics like leadership, scouting, GK coaching, communication, stuff like that. So if you ever want to look for other resources, this is a great one. And then lastly, and most importantly, and I feel you guys will be utilizing this one the most, is the past presentations. So all 150 hours are in this piece. You're going to see it by date and you're going to see it by topic. So for January, I'm sorry, for 2021, you see that by month, you see the topics. 2022, same thing, by month, by topic. 2023, we're building this out. So let's click on August for this year. This just happened. This just finished, excuse me, just last week. So here's everything that we've done in the month of August. And it was defending the defensive organization and the transition into the attack. So what's the goalkeeper's role in that? Talked about the culture of defending. And I will definitely step out on a limb and say, you won't have to step out on a limb on this one. This is a great one for any club looking to institute a defending culture. And EJ, this is a great one. Paul is fantastic, by the way. Anyway, defensive organization from a goalkeeper's perspective. How do we do it? What do we look for? What are our cues? And then down the bottom, this just occurred, goalkeeper's role in team shape when moving into the attack. Essentially, this was the transition from out of possession to into possession based on the goalkeeper winning the ball. And then what's our role? And again, that was real detailed, but essentially we wanted to take it, communication and distribution, and put it into a real live situation. And that's what we came up with. What you're going to see on all weeks is on the far right side is the view to live recording. So by clicking that button, it'll bring you to the YouTube page where you, or to our YouTube page, which is a members only part of our site.
Hey guys,
and you will see,
as Coach Eric was saying, we're going to talk about defensive organization.
You'll get the presentation will pop up for you. So these are all there for all of you. And they also, if you want to see the actual presentation, like the PowerPoint presentation itself, you simply click on this button to the left, and that will download it for you onto your computer. Questions? I just threw again ton more information into you, another 10 minutes. So we have like 5 minutes left. So what would next steps be? In EJ's possession are those 12 steps for you to join the website. When you receive those, you will go through steps, I think 1 through 6 or 1 through 5, and then you'll have to halt because we'll have to bless your membership or accept your membership. And then once I accept them, I'll communicate with you directly. EJ's out of it now. And then I will send back to you that you've been approved. Go right ahead and feel free to utilize and access all the past recordings. You will be part of our newsletter. You'll be receiving a newsletter every Friday. And in that newsletter, you just put small little nuggets of information on the 5 elements of development. We also speak to any happenings or anything that's happening within the goalkeeping world that we want to share. We put discount codes and things like that on there too. So we just try to make it a beneficial resource for goalkeepers. Just have a look once a week, and all your Zoom information for the upcoming Sunday's session will be in there as well. And then lastly, from your next actual live session perspective, we have nothing this upcoming Sunday. We just ended August last weekend. The week after that is Labor Day. We're not going to do anything on the holiday. So literally we have around 2 weeks until our next session. And that session will start on September 10th. That'll be the next live session that we put out there that EJ, you guys will be a part of. If you haven't joined already, we've been hoping you guys to join. Question, I see that, Cole, good question there. Regarding the younger session, it's 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's 5:30 your time. And then it's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 7 o'clock for you. And it's 12 and under and 13 and older. Good questions. Good questions. I just happen to see that pop up, EJ. Other questions? EJ, anything from you that we'd want to any questions, comments that you want to throw out there, or anything you want me to explore more on or expand more on?
No, I know you sent me that message prior. We'll definitely gonna blast out the instructions just because this was a lot of information. And I'll be honest, I think Anthony, you can, say also, we probably only have half the amount of goalies within both Empire branches. We have 27 on here. And I know just from South, we're missing about 5 or 6. I know from Central, we're probably missing well over 10. But that information you sent me will be blasted out to everyone, correct? Just kind of like, hey, here's how you kind of get your free membership with the info. We approve of you. Just because I know some people are going to be wondering if they can do that now or they have to wait. Just kind of go
So
along
EJ,
that
you know what
more
I'll
time
do?
prior.
Let me say this. I will send an email to you with this information. So I'll put the recording into our YouTube, and then I'll send you the link for the recording for us to blast out. I'll put the step-by-step instructions on there as well. And then the other piece of information that we might need, I'll put on that email. And I'll send that to you, and then you can distribute it to everyone else. Is that fair?
Yep, no, that's fair. I'll put it in everyone's play metrics. I know for South, Sammy and I oversee that. For Central, it's Anthony right now. So I'll make sure that gets put over to both branches. Anthony, yes?
Yep, that sounds good to me. Not a problem whatsoever.
Awesome. And guys, I'm really happy for this. I'm super excited. And it's one of those things, like the more you participate, the more you get out of it. It really is. And if we can be a part of your goalkeeping culture, if we can help shape your goalkeeping culture, I mean, there's a lot of things that we've already talked about to EJ about regarding next year in 2024 and the possibilities. So we're not only looking to grow, we're looking to grow specifically within Chicago too. So we're very happy with this partnership and excited for your club to kind of be the pioneer in that area. So welcome. If you have my contact information, you'll get more of it in an email. Hopefully tomorrow. I should say it will happen tomorrow. Let me rephrase that. And then you guys reach out anytime, man. Have fun. That's what this is all about. Our goal is to make you better. Like, that's literally our goal. As coaches, we are doing everything we can to set you up to succeed. And if I say this to my own goalkeepers that I coach, and if I'm not doing it, tell me. Like, we're here to satisfy you and make you a better person in addition to a better goalkeeper. So we're looking forward to the challenge. We're really looking forward to working with you guys. And EJ, once again, thank you for the opportunity. We're grateful and very happy to have you guys on board.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Eric. Well, if anyone has any more questions, I would definitely type it in there now. If not, we'll definitely just have to email Eric and ask those questions. But definitely by tomorrow night, you'll see something come through play metrics from myself or Anthony, just, with next steps, or if you have more questions, and then we'll get everything rolling from there. But no, I think this is great, Eric. Again, I mean, this is definitely something I wish I would have had as a goalkeeper when I played over 10 years ago. Just there's a lot of us goalkeeper junkies in here that 1-2 days of training is not enough. Watching games is enough. We want to learn more. And again, the staff that Eric has put together is unbelievable. If you follow goalkeeping and pro soccer, some of the names on there, just they stand out bigly, like national team coaches, academy level goalies, and it's amazing for the kids to be able to interact. Newsletters, when do those come out, Eric?
Every Friday. I try and get them out around 3:00 Eastern time every Friday. Before that, that's my goal. So yeah, you should receive them in your inbox Friday afternoon. And if it doesn't happen, don't panic. I'll get it out Saturday. But I do try to be very consistent with that. Awesome, man. EJ, thank you, brother. I'll reach out to you tomorrow through email and probably follow up with a phone call as well. Everybody, welcome to the United Goalkeeping Alliance. Have fun with this. Enjoy this. And if there's anything, again, that we can do to make this easier or more fun or just a better experience, by all means, please let us know. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time tonight. Thank you very much.